All right, here is one easy thing that you can do right away to increase the amount of color and sound and power in your speaking voice or in your singing voice without adding any extra effort, pressing on your voice, straining it, muting all of those awesome colors and expressiveness that we want in the found and the unleashed voice. And that single thing that you can do is this. You can simply start dropping your jaw vertically just a little bit more than you are already doing. It's going to feel at first like you're talking like this, but I promise you, as somebody who seeks naturalism above almost everything else in performance and who strives for nothing but, like, who can't stand the customer service voice, that kind of thing, these sort of performative things, I have no room for any of that in any of my own, like, anything, whether I'm doing it myself or whether it's something that I'm going to pass on to somebody that I'm working with. So when I say this, it's going to feel like this, but I promise it looks totally natural. Singing or speaking. And I've tried this, like I said, for myself, for all of my clients, and it's been working across the board. So to give you an example of this, I noticed this just recently practicing an aria from the oratorio Elijah that's been stuck in my head perpetually for about 1,000 reasons. And I noticed while I was singing, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I've got this vowel shape right, but I noticed, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm holding a little bit, maybe not even holding a little bit of tension, but my jaw is just not as relaxed as it could be. It's not that we want to be shoving, like that. No, we don't want to go all the way there. What we want to do is not dropped here, but there we go. That. And like gravity plus and lean back. And boom. That's your dropped jaw position. Whereas if we don't have that additional little lean back, we might be like, yeah, I'm dropping my jaw. See, it's just like a tiny little millimeter, but it gets you a lot more space without manipulating the space inside that's going to futz with the sound. So we get more space here where it's leaving, which means, hey, we basically have a bigger speaker now. Not changing the inside of the speaker, we're just changing the size of the speaker. And so this passage goes, according to thy word. And I was like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Word. And that little change, I don't know if it's going to be picked up on this recording. I picked it up on my phone when I was practicing, but who knows? Get in a quiet place, turn your headphones up, and listen to the additional qualities, the dimensions of the sound that show up there. The adage goes, si parla, si canta. I cannot stand when native English speakers overdo that and do it right. So the adage goes, si parla, si canta. As you speak, you want to sing. So we translate that into the speaking voice. And if we don't change any gears at all, we can go from basically talking like this to talking like this. And look at that. I didn't change, as far as I can really tell, I didn't consciously change anything else, but just the simple act of relaxing and letting my jaw drop down more almost automatically, organically kicks in more airflow and more sustained airflow, which is the essence of having continuity of sound, which is what we want. And that's one of the things that makes for an attractive speaking voice, an attractive singing voice in their natural ways. And it allows for your voice to function in such a way that you're not doing anything prematurely or too late. That applies more to the singers, aka when we are going to get that covered position or covered sound in there, than it does to the speakers. But for the speakers, what that opens up is a real chance to establish legato in your sound. Legato is just where it's the unbroken sound. It means line in Italian. And as you can tell, I'm doing it right here. It doesn't sound like you're mushing all of your words together, even though that is in essence what I'm doing. Unbroken sound. What this opens up is that then you can consciously start to make staccati, whatever. Then you can start to put some staccati in your speaking voice, like that, in your speaking voice. You break the sound, you break that line. But first, we have to establish what it feels like to have a line, to have that breath. If you go to the Handsome Vocal First Impression, the warm-up series, there's a couple of great exercises in there to find this and build on it that do not have to do with lowering your jaw, letting it out, whatever. But that will give you some visuals and some tactile cues in your body and externally to understand what that consistent breath feels like. And so that is the second thing that the lowering of the jaw cues in. Makes the speaker bigger without any additional draw on the electricity or the generator, if such a thing can be possible. I don't think that's how it would work if we're setting up speakers and looking at the electric bill, but that's how it feels as a voice user. And it also necessitates more breath, which is really not too much breath. It's like the correct amount of breath. And those are two critical things to having a powerful voice that is colorful, commanding, charismatic, and can still be spontaneous. And you can do whatever you want. And play around. Go high, go low, go fast, go slow. I kind of like that. I might keep that. Without straining or sounding inauthentic. So if this is helpful, let me know. If you got questions, let me know. I'm here to serve. Go forth and speak boldly.